Hello my friends, it's Chris the Batman statue collector, and I'm so incredibly excited to be with you guys today because we're going to be taking a look at a piece that we've never featured here on the channel, and it's all thanks to collector Kevin Kira. Of course, Kevin has done a lot of different reviews over the years for us here on the channel, and this is a very impressive piece, and it was actually kind of brought up on a recent Rogues Gallery Live. Somebody actually asked me, hey Chris, is the newer version of Galactus worth the price? Is it worth the purchase? And we had a good conversation about that because the fact that this OG that we're going to be featuring today is a very sought after piece. It's very, very difficult to get. But the problem with this particular piece has been the size. A lot of people have been very disappointed with this piece. Now this particular one is not coming out till June to August of 2022, so this year. And it is a cool looking piece, but it's not sized right. Galactus is a major giant character, and so this is very small at 26 inches high. I don't personally think this is going to pair up very well with most of your premium formats. Now, if Sideshow had done like a little tiny Silver Surfer proximity piece, I think that that would have been brilliant, and it would have been a great standalone piece. And there's no question this is a very bright, beautiful painted, piece. There's going to have a lot of, really nice bells and whistles with the paint application, obviously. But to me, it's the size that is the big problem with this piece. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. But again, if you can't get the original, this is definitely a good substitute. But I just feel like you have to have it as a standalone piece. But we're not going to talk about this one anymore. We're going to talk about the OG. And again, thanks to Kevin for filming this. He actually reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to check this piece out? And I said, abso-freaking-lutely, let's do it. And it's just, again, it's a piece we've never featured here on the channel. So again, this was a piece that originally came out years and years ago, and it retailed for $7.99. It's kind of like 1/10 scale. If you think about it, again, he's just this massive character. There are a couple different swap outs with the portrait and also, the characters that are, circling him. But that's what they should have done with the newer version. They should have had a little tiny character to show the size of him. And again, you can't have this guy in quarter scale. I mean, he would just be massive. So again, this particular one is more of an appropriate size. He's a really big piece in your collection, and he's also, like I said, kind of like 1/10, 1/11 scale, somewhere in there. It really just kind of depends. But nowadays he goes for quite a bit more. Again, he retailed for $7.99. He's around the $1,500 or more price point at this point, so he is an expensive character. But let's look at this. Obviously you have a light up feature here, which is really cool. Again, at that $800 price point, I'm sure at the time that was insanely expensive, but I think it's just an epic piece. You can see how dynamic it is, and also again the paint applications here look really good. You have the blues, you have the purples, you have the reds, and again this is considered to be really one of the most powerful characters in the MCU, and obviously I think we're going to start seeing him in the next phases of movies. At least that's what I've heard. And so it's just, again, looks very cool. Obviously it's a very unique and dynamic character here, but just the fact that he looks so strong, so determined on this massive base that lights up, the light up eyes, again, it's just a lot of really cool things to look at here in my opinion. Now obviously here we have a little bit of the lights dimmed here, so you can actually see the light up in the chest, the eyes, the base, and again, light ups are not everybody's thing obviously, but I do think it is a really cool feature, especially on how old this piece is at this point. So I think that that's really cool to see. Obviously you have this first portrait here. We're going to be taking a look at the second portrait here in just a second, and obviously the different swap outs of characters circling him. So here you obviously, again, you have more of a rage face. I think this is probably the most popular face. This is the one that I see most collectors display him with, and again, it's harder and harder to find this piece. So you just don't see it in as many collectors, at least modern collectors pieces, or in their showrooms. But if you can find this one, I do think this is the best Galactus on the market, in my opinion. And again, being a DC, Batman guy, I'm not as familiar with everything that this character is about. So I usually learn about it, especially from the movies. So again, I'm really excited that they might feature him there. But again, this footage again from Kevin really shows off the incredible light up feature, which is really cool to see. And again, you have that kind of that rage face right there, which I love. Here in a second, also we're going to be able to see my favorite swap out of all of them, and that's of course the Silver Surfer himself. We got a glimpse of that, and obviously you can have it so nothing is on his arm. But, you know, and that's a cool look too. So it really just kind of depends on, you know, how you want to display him. But I definitely like him with that Silver Surfer. And again, it really just kind of shows the size of Silver Surfer, which is really, really cool as well. But from top to bottom, it's a very impressive piece. And again, if you are able to pick it up, definitely go there, do it. Because again, it is a very impressive piece. And again, it's one of those pieces where I still feel like it absolutely still holds up to this day. And I just think it looks really, really impressive. So again, I'm going to let the video, and again, here's the Silver Surfer. So if you guys wanted to see what it looks like with that swap out, again, I think that's the look for sure, because again, that's his arch nemesis. And I just think it looks cool. And again, it makes him look just so big and mighty. It's just very, very cool. And again, that's what they should have done with the newer piece. They should have absolutely done that, but they didn't for whatever reason. And so again, that's just my thoughts and opinions on that topic. But I'm going to put a little bit of music here, let you guys just enjoy the rest of this video. And again, please like this video. Give thanks to Kevin for providing this footage for us. Again, it's always so cool to be able to see footage of his collection and his pieces. So again, thanks to Kevin. I'll let you hear a little bit of music, and then we'll wrap things up. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.